Hey, it's Jaabo, and today is the day that we go to see Star Wars. The final chapter of the Skywalker saga, so to speak. Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. So we've been looking forward to this ever since the conclusion of The Last Jedi. So it's been 2 years, and I can't believe the day is here. And so the last couple of days, I have not been getting on to any social media to like browse. I've been looking at my comments and stuff, but I haven't been looking at my feed because we don't want to be spoiled, because we know with premieres and things like that, and then other reviewers that get to see it before the actual release date, there can be spoilers. So I don't want to be spoiled. So we've not looked at any of the spoilers. I'm not much into the theories anyway. As far as theories go, I think that's theories contribute to why some people are disappointed with previous episodes, and it may be why people will be disappointed with episode 9 because they got a theory of how they want things to go. When it doesn't go that way, they get upset. So I think back to when I first saw Star Wars. I was 8 years old when it first came out. I don't think we went early, so I might actually have turned 9 by the time we actually saw it, because it came out 1997. That was the year I turned 9, in the summer. And I remember watching the previews for it on TV. When you see the previews, and I was like, oh, I want to see that, because I was just like, this looks like it's going to be a great science fiction movie. And when you go to it, and your experience in sci-fi is the old 60s Lost in Space, Battlestar Galactica. I don't even know if that was out yet. Wait a minute. I don't know. Oh, Space 1999, and there was some. Oh, Star Trek. I mean, everything was so cheesy. All the sci-fi in the 70s, in the 60s was so cheesy. Oh, Land of the Lost. One of my favorites, actually, the Sid and Marty Krofft Land of the Lost. So then when you go to the theater and you're seeing the Star Wars with the great special effects, the practical effects, not the CGI. It's just green screen, actual models, but you don't think about it as actually being a model. Of course, today, people go back and they see it and they may think it is kind of cheesy, but no, I think it's held up for the 42 years since the first episode came out. So you imagine me as a kid seeing that for the first time, not having any other thing to compare it to that is that good. And it was really that good. And then having to wait forever to be able to see it again. You see it when it's in the theaters, then you have to wait for it to come out again. It's like, I think it might have been the 90s before. Yeah, it probably was the late 90s when they did the VHS release, that you could actually get a copy of it and watch as you want instead of waiting for it to come on TV or something. So anyway, and then when Empire Strikes Back comes out, I remember talking about it with friends at school, and what's going to happen is, and then the whole Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, he says he's his father, and you're like, is he telling him the truth? I don't know. And then the way episode 5 ends, and just taking it from the perspective of somebody who does not know what's going to happen. And that's what's happening with this episode 9. We don't know what's going to happen, and that's great, because this is the only time you're not going to know what's going to happen. And so then we get to episode 6, which was the third movie, and yeah, it was kind of cheesy with the Ewoks and things, but that was a really good episode. I love the conclusion of that, and you think, okay, that wrapped up the saga. We're done. Very good. And then we wait 20 years, or 16 years, and then we get episode 1, which we were looking forward to, getting episode 1. And they went overboard with episodes 1, 2, and 3 with the special effects, but they were watchable. And I'm wearing my Parker Square shirt. I don't have a Star Wars shirt. I think the only Star Wars shirt I have is the Lego one that I got from the Brick Swag boxes. But anyway, it's the Parker Square is like, it's just good enough. That's all it's got to be. It's just got to be good enough. I don't want it to be like something like the TV show Lost, where the last 10 minutes ruined the whole series. You take 6 or so years of a television show and you ruin it with the last 10 minutes. So I don't think they'll do that with this Star Wars. So I'm hoping that's not what happens. As to what's gonna happen, who is Rey, who are her parents? Is that going to be resolved? I don't know. Could Rey and Kylo be twins? I don't know. Whatever happens is going to be interesting. I'm hoping. I was a little disappointed that they were bringing the Emperor back, because I was like, okay, he died. Just like I was disappointed that they brought Darth Maul back at the end of Solo. But I know people that watch the Clone Wars, they're like, oh, that's canon. Darth Maul survived and all that. But I can live with it. I can live with those disappointments. They're not that major. They don't really affect the whole story. And it doesn't take away from the entertainment value. So I'm hoping this one's going to be as epic as episode 6. I look forward to that anticipation. And that's why I wanted to do this video, is because this is the only time that I can do it. Because after the movie, you've seen it. And so don't know what to expect. And I'm just hoping to be entertained. I think this is going to be the longest Star Wars movie ever. So we're excited about that. We're planning to get to the theater early. And I would be doing this with my son. But he actually had to work today. I took the day off because I didn't want to get tied up on a job. I normally get off at 4. We're planning on leaving to go to the theater at 4. So there's no way I could have made it home in time. And then plus with my job, sometimes I get stuck on things that are priority and I need to stay and finish them. So I'm going to leave that to the guys that are at work today. I'm taking the day off. Hopefully Jacob will be able to make it back in time because he's got the tickets. And he's working an hour away, so he's nervous about that, about getting back here in time and us getting there to the theater. We want to get there well before it starts at 6. We want to get there well before that. So just looking with anticipation. I don't know, what can I say now that I can follow up later after we watch the video? I just want to be entertained. I'm hoping to have some questions answered. I don't need to have all the questions answered. Do I expect Kylo to turn good, Rey to turn bad? No. I mean, I don't expect Rey to turn bad. I think Kylo might make some kind of sacrifice or change. Don't know. You know what? I don't want to go in with any expectations, because if I see, just talking about these things out loud, I'm preparing myself to be disappointed. I really like in The Last Jedi. I know a lot of people hated that movie. I was entertained. I was surprised. I wasn't expecting Snoke to get killed like he did. So yeah, I want to be surprised. So look forward to it. Thought I'd make this video. Maybe I'll follow this up after we see the movie. So tell me what you think. Are you looking forward to the final chapter of the Skywalker saga? I didn't know this whole thing was going to be the whole chapter of the Skywalker saga, but that's what it is. And speaking of Star Wars, The Mandalorian. I know I haven't talked about it much. I haven't talked about it at all on this channel. I don't know why I'm talking like that. I'm talking like as if I do regular videos about Star Wars. This is the first one. Mandalorian has really... it's very pleased with that. So maybe they might be Bricks and I can talk about that. We've thoroughly enjoyed those episodes. Got one more that I love the way they did this last one with a cliffhanger. I'm not going to get any spoilers on that in case you hadn't seen it, but love it. Good show. I think it's actually better than some of the movies. So that's a good show. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, and we'll hopefully catch up to you. I'm hoping Star Wars is just good enough. See you in the next one.